What's up, champs? Welcome to today's video. My name is Trevin Peterson. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller. And today is a very special day because I hit a huge milestone in my Amazon FBA business, and that is $1 million in the last 12 months. So as you guys can see inside my phone, for the day I've done just over 1,600, and in the last 12 months, I've done over $1 million in sales. So I share that with you because in today's video, what I want to do is break down the 6 most important things that I wish I would have known when I very first started my Amazon FBA business. So I'm really excited about diving into the 6 things that you guys need to start implementing right now. But before, do me a favor, go down, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and please drop a comment. It would really help me out and it would help the YouTube algorithm out. And I just want to say thank you guys for the support. And without further ado, let's dive into the video. Okay, so let's dive into my screen and let's break down the 6 things that I wish I would have known. And the first one is very simple, and that is I wish I would have gotten some help. And the reason I say that is the following 5 things that I'm about to break down, I would have been able to understand so much better. It would have expedited the process and I wouldn't have had to learn from all the silly mistakes that I have made. So getting help from someone that you first trust, getting help from someone that has results that you aspire to have, that is huge, and that's going to help you achieve your goals and your dreams. So that's the first thing. So get help. I don't care who it's from, just make sure that they're credible, they're reliable, they're trustworthy, they're not going to scam you, and they actually know what they're talking about. So that is the first thing. The second thing is keyword demand. This is something that I had no idea about when I first started selling on Amazon. Little did I know that there were even software tools to help me know about the demand. So I'm going to dive into my screen. I'm going to show you how to dissect the keyword demand, because this alone is going to save you thousands of dollars in mistakes of wasted inventory. And trust me, I learned the hard way, and now I know exactly what to look for. I know what product is in demand, what's not in demand, what's too competitive, what's low competition. Those are things that you need to understand. So that's the second thing. The third thing is I wish I would have known how to improve a product. When I first started selling, I literally just launched products, got them directly off of Alibaba, didn't do anything to them, didn't put my logo on them, didn't brand them, just got them, sourced them, and what happened is they either flopped or I got Chinese hijackers on my listing, where basically people sold on top of my listing and I couldn't really do anything about it because I wasn't branded. It was just a generic product and I got absolutely destroyed. So that is something that is huge that you guys need to make sure that you're doing. And after I break down the 6 things, we're actually going to dive into my screen and break down like actual steps that you guys can take to learn how to do these things. Like, it's one thing to know, okay, well, I need to get help. Okay, I need to know keyword demand, but how do I actually do that? And don't worry, I got you covered because we're going to be breaking all of that down. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing kind of goes to the third thing is brand building. Especially right now, Amazon does not want any just random product. They want branded products with the logo on it, and that is very important. Also, on top of that, when you launch a successful product, don't just go launch some other random product, another random product. Build around one product, build a product line, and actually build a brand. So that is huge, and we'll break down how you guys can do just that. So that's the fourth thing. The next thing is cash flow inventory management. If I would have known this, I would be still selling a super popular product right now. We talked about it a few videos ago. It's the milestone blanket. If I would have known this concept of cash flow and inventory management, I would still be selling that product right now, and I'd probably be doing $5,000 to $10,000 per month in profit. So this is huge. And the reason why cash flow and inventory management is so important is you need to make sure that you have enough inventory so you're not running out of stock. You need to also make sure that you have enough cash flow to reorder inventory. So if you have a huge spike in sales, you need to have some money set aside to be able to order more inventory quicker than you expected. So that's something very important to kind of prepare for. So the biggest tip that I could give you is just make sure that you have some money set aside for that second order and that third order, and make sure that you have enough inventory to sell so you don't run out of stock. So that's very important. And that alone could have saved me. I mean, that alone was like I don't know. I'm just saying, this is kind of speculating that could be a 6-figure mistake in my books. So that's the 5th thing. And the last thing, which is so important, and I learned this the absolute worst way possible, and that is accounting and bookkeeping. This is something that if you are a business owner, I don't care if you sell on Amazon, I don't care if you do affiliate marketing, I don't care if you're a real estate agent, I don't care what you do, you need to make sure that your bookkeeping is in check and you have someone doing it for you professionally. Like, this is not just something that you just kind of throw up, oh, here, the receipt's over here, oh, this goes here, oh, this is a business expense. Like, no, you need to take this serious, because if you don't do this properly, come tax season, you're going to get destroyed like I did. And I had to actually amend my return, and amending it saved me, it was $40,000 of profit that I missed, and I could have written that off. And so that was a $12,000 savings on my end in taxes. And it was because I didn't have a bookkeeper. I didn't have it organized. I was just kind of going for it, and I was focusing on other things. So I'll show you how to kind of get that in check, but that is so important. I'm telling you, you need to invest in your business and get a bookkeeper. So those are the 6 things. Now let's come over and actually talk about how can you get help? How can you understand the keyword demand? How can you improve your product and break everything down? So the first thing, I'm not going to touch on this much, but I do have a full A to Z Amazon Champion course where I will be your mentor. I'll be your guide. If you guys trust me and if you want me to guide you along the journey, I would love to have you in. But if you don't, that's completely fine. Take advantage of my free content. But that's something that you guys can take advantage of, is learning from me inside my course. It also includes mentorship, product verification, where I actually verify your product to basically give you the sense of confidence of, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. So that's the first thing. The second thing was the keyword demand, and this is Helium 10 Cerebro. If you guys don't have Helium 10, I actually have a huge discount code, 50% off for the first month or 10% off for life. You can click the link down below. The coupon code is AMZ Champions 50 or AMZ Champions 10, and you guys can get Helium 10. For the first month, it's $48, and this alone is going to pay for itself over and over and over again. So this is very important. And just to kind of break down the keyword data, this is a potential product idea, Studio Foam. I'm going to hit the Chrome extension, and this is going to give you so much information, but this information is only good if you know what to do with it. So a lot of times people really make a mistake of just looking at the Chrome extension and they don't look at anything else. They don't look at any other keywords, and that is the worst thing that you can do. So at first glance, average reviews may be a little bit higher, but it still could have potential. The search volume is really good, 13,000 searches per month. And that's what I'm talking about. Search volume is very important. We need to understand that Amazon is a search engine. It's like Google and YouTube, where people go to Google, they type in what's the weather, or what do I do for the common cold, or how do I fix my toilet. People are going searching for something very specific. And it's the same thing with Amazon. They're coming with the intent to buy, and they have something in their head, and they're like, hey, I need to buy a phone case. So what do? They have a phone, and let's say they have an iPhone. So what are they going to type? They're going to type in iPhone phone case 10s, 10x. I don't even know the iPhone's out right now, but they're going to type in the actual model number, the iPhone 8 phone case. They're going to search that, and whatever comes up, it's going to meet their criteria, because they're searching for something very specific. So that's what you need to understand with Amazon, is you need to find keywords that are in demand with low competition. And this is a great way to kind of gauge that. So you have the Chrome extension, which comes with Helium 10, but then you have Helium 10 Cerebro, where you're actually going to copy these ASINs over here. You're going to plug it in over here. I put in 2 ASINs, I hit get keywords, and I have 123 keywords that are very targeted towards this specific product. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to study these. So 13,000 searches, that's really good. Sound panels, I don't know if that's a super targeted keyword. So I could click on this and see if it's the same product. So yeah, it has the Studio Foam, but it also has these other panels. So this may not be the most targeted, but I mean, at the same time, it still has the Studio Foam. But it also has some other options. So that may not be the best keyword. And you kind of scroll through, you have bass traps, home studio recording package, home studio bass traps, Soundproof panels, that's probably a good one. Studio foam panels, that's another good one. So right there, out of the top 8, there's 3 awesome keywords that I would want to rank for right away. The other ones, obviously, I would like to rank for, but they're not as targeted. And so that's what Helium-10 Cerebro is going to do, is it's going to tell you, okay, is there actually demand for this product? And if there is, what keywords are you going to use and implement in your title, in your description, your bullet points, your PPC campaigns, and how are you going to rank for these keywords? Are they too competitive? And it has the competing products right here. I mean, right here, home studio has 60,000 competing products. Home studio is a very, very generic, broad keyword. That is not the keyword that we're trying to rank for. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if we could, but that's not as targeted. Whereas studio foam panels, that's very, very targeted for that particular product that we're looking at. The studio foam, that's what we're talking about, okay? So that is very important to understand. And I also have tons of videos on the channel. If we come to playlists right here, I have FBA product research that breaks down in depth how to navigate that, and that is so important to understand. So that's the second thing. The third thing is how do we improve our product? So like I mentioned, I literally was just launching products straight from Alibaba, wasn't doing anything up to them, and I was hoping that they'd sell. And yes, sometimes that can be the case, but that's like 1 in a million. It's finding a needle in a haystack. Like it's very difficult, but the key is to finding a product with demand. And once you do that, how do we improve that product? So right here, I have a full video on 10 steps to differentiate your Amazon product. So if you guys haven't watched this, I would highly recommend to do so. I mean, this is a great example of this mattress bag. It's a little plastic mattress bag, and someone improved it by making it sturdy with zippers, with handles, and that's how they improved the product. And so I break down different things that you can look at to basically know, okay, what can I do to really stand out from my competition and destroy my competition? That's the key to success with Amazon is, yes, finding keyword demand, the demand and the competition, but then improving it so that you just absolutely destroy your competition. And the customer is like, I'm going to buy from this seller because they are that much better. So that's the goal. So that's the next thing, is improving the product. The next thing is building a brand. This is something very important right now, especially that Amazon is basically not letting people list their products if there's no logo on it. So you need to actually brand your product, brand it with your packaging, brand it on the actual product, throw thank you card inserts with your logo on it. And if you do that, you'll be able to list your products and you'll be able to get approved without any questions. And on top of that, you're building an actual brand that's going to be more long-term, and you can build around that one product and slowly grow to other platforms. You can grow social media, and it gives you that brand presence. And I've seen that with my business as I've added products to my brand and I've created what's called an Amazon store. I've seen a lot of people go to that Amazon store and not just buy one product of mine, they buy 3 or 4 because I have multiple products under that one brand. So that's huge. And I break that, how to build $1 million Amazon FBA brand. I break down the actual steps in this video, but that's very important, especially right now. So make sure you have your products branded. The next one was talking about inventory management. We kind of touched on that, but just understand you need to have money. You have to invest in your business, whether it's investing in yourself. You have to have the cash flow to sustain your business. And at the very beginning, for me, I had to not take profits. And a lot of times we want to go buy the newest, latest, greatest Gucci, whatever, or Louis Vuitton bag, or the newest iPhone, or a new computer, or we want to upgrade something. And yeah, that's great. I have no issue with you wanting to get those things, but your business comes first, and you need to invest in your business before you invest in things that don't really matter. Okay, so that's very important, is make sure when you start selling, don't just waste that money, keep it so that you have the cash flow in case you need to order more inventory. And then also, once you do have enough cash flow, you can order a second product. So that's very important, is you need to manage that and gauge inventory levels. And the last thing that I want to touch on this is, at the beginning, I just thought that, oh, my manufacturer is going to hit their deadlines. They say the lead time is 10 days, and then they say the shipping is 5 days. don't just trust that. Give you a little bit extra of a cushion, because that lead time could lead into 15 days because they had a holiday or something, they ran into a problem. And then the shipping time, it could be 5 days, but then it could get stuck into customs and then it takes another 5 days. So just give you an extra cushion, like a 10-day cushion or something, and order in advance so that you don't run out of stock. So that's a huge key component. And the last thing that I wish I would have known about is this company called Bench. Bookkeeping and accounting was something that was an absolute nightmare for me. I didn't know how to do it. Having QuickBooks and integrating A2X and having to do it myself was just an absolute pain. And then tools like Helium 10 Profits, Fetcher, Shopkeeper, they're not actually accounting tools. Like if you gave that to your CPA, they wouldn't really know what to do with it. Where this Bench is an actual bookkeeping service where it's very similar to QuickBooks, but they actually do it for you. And it's sadly it's like the same price. It's like depending on your revenue, it ranges from like $120 a month to like $250 a month, which is absolutely insane to have like a full-time bookkeeper keep track of everything. And what's crazy is the bookkeeping alone is going to pay for itself over and over and over again, because they know what you can write off, how to basically maximize your profits by different deductions. And that's what they specialize in, is e-commerce. And that's not what I specialize in. So I'm going to hire someone that specializes in bookkeeping, and that is Bench. And another cool thing is you can get 20% off for the first month if you use my link down below. And I promise that you're not going to regret it. This is by far the best service for accounting for any business, any online business, I should say, e-commerce related. So Shopify, Amazon, if you have your own boutique or whatever, this is huge. So those are the 6 things. I hope you guys learned a ton. And most importantly, knowledge is important, but now you need to go take action on those things. So go through the resources that I have down below, join my program, go through all of the videos, watch the videos on how to build a brand, watch the video on how to improve your product. Those are things that you need to do and take action on, because it's great to watch these videos and I appreciate you watching, but once you watch them, then it's time to go take action, and that's where you're going to see the biggest results. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, join the Amazon Champion Facebook group. I'd love to have you into my Amazon Champion course. It's amzchampions.com, and I look forward to seeing you inside. So we'll talk to you soon.